I don't think we could have asked for a better ending than this.
Yeah, I mean,
whether it ends on this game or goes to Game 5, I don't think we could have asked for a better ending than this.
I mean, just being honest, I thought 200 Years was gonna 2-1 or 3-0 this series, or 3-1 or 3-0 this series. But Monki Flip came out playing very well earlier in these first two games. So obviously, they didn't play that bad in the last game. 200 Years looked more like themselves. But we're going to have to see how it works out in game number 3. Lucian already being taken off the table for Team 200 Years, which is a little interesting. But that just shows the priority they put on this pick. If they can't first pick it, they're just taking it off.
Lucian and Nidalee, by the way.
Yeah, don't want to see 67 Bloom on the Nidalee. We saw him pop off in the first 2 games on that champion. So sticking with that strategy as it seemed to do something for him in game 3. But yeah, I mean, pretty similar complete ban strategy from Monki Flip. Just taking everybody off the table, throwing everything in the kitchen sink at Gen Sniper, taking Lily off, taking Echo off, taking Rengar off.
And there's the Ashe. Every time. Not even giving them the timer to think more about their picks. Just Ashe.
And if you're Monki Flip, even though you lost the last game, I definitely don't disagree with locking in the Ashe and putting priority on the pick. I mean, it's been working for you so well just because you didn't quite pull off the victory in the last game and let the snowball kind of happen for 200 Years. Definitely still good, I feel like, for them to stick towards the strategy that they've been playing around, because 200 Years has not yet proven that they can really deal with it if it starts to work for them.
In a way, yeah. I'm going to be interested to see what happens in the second round of bans. I think we're going to see some... I think that's actually going to be really telling as to what these two teams have decided is important here. Because we've seen a few things from both sides that have been very important. 67 still sticking with that Graves, though.
Yeah, definitely a little interesting. We do see Monki Flip kind of running back, doing a solid run back with the first 2 picks, but here it definitely will be switched up, locking in the Thresh, which we have not seen yet in this series, actually. So definitely a interesting support lock in here, but it looks like Gen Sniper sticking with the Hecarim.
And there's the Hecarim.
Yeah.
See, I thought we might somehow get to second ban phase without that Hecarim being taken out. I wondered if it was going to happen, but right at the last second we picked it up.
Yeah. If you wait to the second ban phase to pick the junglers, you're definitely just going to lose out some more junglers. I feel like I definitely agree with the move for 200 Years. That's kind of been, I'd say, a really good development in their draft that they've gotten since game 2. In game 3 and 4, they've kind of executed that a little bit better, I think, and it worked out for him last game. See if it works out for him again. But Rakan taken off the table. Don't want to deal with a Rakan again, as well as Vladimir.
Fair enough. Rakan did put in a lot of work.
Yep, very fair. Also, taking the Vladimir off the board definitely keeps things interesting, because
just a lot of it's coming out of him.
Yeah, very slippery. You got the pool, you got the late game scaling. It really adds a lot to these sort of like pick comps that Monki Flip have been trying to run. At the end of the day, if you got Vladimir sitting in the mid lane scaling up, then really? That works out pretty well for you. So, but Nautilus being taken off the table here as well. They didn't opt to ban the Leona this time, which is interesting. But they picked the Nautilus.
So they didn't ban the Leona, but they picked the Nautilus, even though Monki Flip already has Thresh. I'm really interested in that one. We have not seen 200 playing that kind of character in these matches.
Yeah, a little bit of definitely different comps here, but the one thing that's been tried and true with 200 Years over this tournament has been this Lulu pick, and it's honestly, it geeks me because it's fun to watch and it's effective, especially in the hands of Xurth. I wonder if we're going to see a Xurth top lane Lulu in this match, or if it's going to be flexed to that mid or support again. But tried and true Lulu pick here for 200 Years, as well as a Sylas now as the final lock in for Monki Flip.
I actually really respect that Silas pick. There are some big deal ultimates to steal here. Lulu, Hecarim, Nautilus, even Jhin. Little harder to position after you steal it, but
Yeah, I mean,
big deal moves.
definitely anytime you got, the Hecarim ultimate, Lulu ultimate, hell, I mean, Poppy ultimate. All these ultimates are very effective. Curtain Call in certain situations. I mean, it's very, very on point. Silas, especially in the hands of someone like Flame Dab. We saw him on the Akali last game. Wasn't really a great look. He did have to solo lane against Lucian. All right, Lucian's a very strong solo laner. Okay, but gonna be on the Silas this time around. I think I like this look a little bit better, especially the Lucian's off the table. You don't have to deal with that this time.
True.
But the last thing is also we've seen a lot of Flame. I'm pretty sure all 3 games, Flame Dab and MC Shady have lane swapped. So I'm interested to see if this is going to be a Silas mid or Silas top into this Poppy, which I would think that Silas definitely would not want to play in the Poppy. So I think it's probably going to end up being Flame Dab in the mid lane. But I'm not an expert on matchups. We'll see what they end up deciding to do regarding that.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm really not sure how that's going to go. And we still have the Ashe coming out from Twist with those huge arrows. The difference with Thresh here is interesting to me, because I would argue that Thresh's lockdown on a single target is a little bit less than, say, Nautilus or Leona. Well, maybe not Leona, but maybe definitely a little less than Nautilus. But that ability to use the box to kind of counter the dichotomy we've been seeing here of a heavier brawling strategy from 200 years and a heavier kiting and poking distance strategy from Monki Flip, having that box to lock someone in or say, okay, you want to run us down? Run through this. Like, it's an interesting thought. Even though at the same time, I'd say we have a bit less of that. Silas is more melee. Swain's got range, but it's not as impressive as some of the other ranges we've seen. Graves, I'd honestly say, is like a melee plus, in my opinion. He needs to be pretty close to be maximally effective, but does have a couple long-range skills. And then, of course, Ashe is just still here.
Yeah, it really does feel like Monki Flip is kind of sticking towards their more style of play that we've seen in the first 3 games. But more on your point, yeah, that Thresh ultimate does add a lot of value towards this comp coming out 200 years. But both these teams really just feel like they know what kind of lead they want to play, and they think they can do it better than the other team. That's what it seems like, and and both teams have proven that to be accurate. To be fair.
Yeah, both teams, we're going to make you play our way, whether you want to or not. And Monki Flip's real won out in the first 2 matches, but 200 years on that last one.
Really, anytime you play 200 years, I've said this throughout this entire tournament. I've been watching Gen Sniper. I've seen almost every single game this guy's played. If you let him get a lead early on in the game, you are going to have a very difficult time winning that game. So we saw it in Game 3. Picked up that early double kill. Those are the kind of things that you really need to not let happen. You really need to not let this guy get a lead. And to 67 Bloom's credit, in Game 1 and 2, did a great job of playing the jungle role, the one-on-one matchup jungle matchup against Gen Sniper. Sorry, that's a little bit of a mouthful, but it's really going to come down to that. I feel like if Gen Sniper is able to make these plays around the map early on, able to grab a lead, whether it's in the top side of the map, the bottom side of the map, no matter where it is, that is what you have to look for 200 years. And if you're Monki Flip, you cannot let that happen.
Well, and honestly, I blame Monkey Diff for the team name problems.
That's fair. But we are loading in here now to Game 4 of the finals. Getting a look at the runes and summoner spells. Nothing looks too weird. Gen Sniper back on the Conqueror again, which worked very well for him in game number 3.
I have to point out that MZ and Flame Death both have teleport, so I still have no idea where they're going.
I'd be very shocked if Silas wants to play into a Poppy, but We will have to see.
And actually, both teams opting for 2 teleports this match. And also immediate pause.
Did see a on the way ping, though, coming from Team Monki Flip here. Did not see who dropped it, but someone pinging on the way to the top lane.
Hang on.
Maybe an invade.
Okay.
Potentially an invade in the top lane. But again, we will have to wait until after this initial pause. Not exactly sure what's going on with
Looks like we're
this.
still having problems with, let's see.
Oh, here we go.
Gen Sniper. It seems like Monkey Diff's computer keeps giving them problems.
Yeah, looks like we are going to see this invade top lane coming out of Monkey Diff. And no one's there to really see it, so this could get interesting.
Yeah, Monkey Flip might pick up a quick... Oh, did Poppy see those arrows from Volley?
I don't think she did, but it looks like Team 200 Years not interested in continuing this invade. And now have no idea
Team Monkey Flip.
where any members from Team 200 were. They don't know anything going on inside their red side jungle, but...
Nope. They went for the invade, but there was no one to invade. Poppy was hanging out next to red buff, so...
Will Monki Flip be able to take down the finals here, or will Team 200 Years be able to force Game 5 and a potential reverse sweep?
Force the elusive Game 5. It would be utterly crazy. Not because 200 Years can't do it, but just because of the way these matches have been. It would be insane to watch a Game 5 out of these two teams.
Without a doubt. And keep an eye on Gen Sniper, as it's very important to do in these games. Started on his Raptors, going to red buff on the top side of the map right now.
You were right. It does look like Flame Dev is hanging out in that mid lane against Lulu, as MZ Shady matches up against Zenith's Poppy.
Yeah, it just seemed there's no way that you'd want to play into a Poppy as a Silas, so it makes sense that this is what they're opting into. Swain much with a better chance up there, just hanging out. But bot lane, though, a hook from Zerth Fanboy.
Oh, that hook is not going to lead to too much, though, because Monkey Diff was a little out of range. Lots of exchanges coming out. Exchanges in mid lane, too. Driving Choosy and Flame Death both very low.
Yep, lane priority in all three lanes early on in this game. Obviously, bouncing back a little bit in the bot lane, but early priority was available. Should be interesting to see if that maintains for the Scuttle spawn. Another hook, though, landing bot lane.
That second hook is going to matter, though, as Monkey Diff lands the follow-up snipe, and is going to take a lot of flurry arrows from Twist. Early game, Ash's damage not very high yet.
7 Bloom coming in.
It is Bloom coming in, putting in the blinding slowing field, but it's a little far away. Zerth turning around to land that staggering blow for the quick snare, but it's taken out. And then 67 Bloom following up with the kill on Monkey Flip. Diff, but here comes Jen coming in with the charge being denied by the Flay, though, and that's actually going to lead them into a very awkward position. They are dealing a lot of damage, but it just isn't enough. Able to go for a 1-for-1 trade, but that an overall exchange is going to go Monkey Flip's way.
And Gen Sniper came in the backside of that fight once it was pretty much over, trying to clean it up, ended up only getting the 1-for-1. But, you know, that's gold in the pockets of for Gen Sniper. And if you're trying to get gold in anyone's pockets on the team of 200 Years, it is him. So trading a 1-for-1 there is definitely not too bad, even though assist goal was picked up from that before. Meanwhile,
quick exchange happening in mid where there was either a mistake or an amazing attempt at a flash from Choosy, flashing forward into Flame Dav's attack there and almost managing to turn that fight. Getting picked up at the end, but Flame Dav not walking away in good health. Choosy teleporting back in and immediately getting dove on by Flame Dev, losing all of their health again. Oh no, that teleport just bit them really hard.
And Flame Dab also has teleport available, so he should be able, if he wants to get back quick, to get back on lane and keep the pressure up. And looks like that is exactly what he intends to do.
And this puts Choosy Day in a bad spot, having just used their teleport under 50% health with their opponent teleporting in at full power after killing them and spending that gold.
This is a pretty solid start here for Monki Flip. Again, you just really don't want Gen Sniper popping off. He's picked up 1 kill. Alright, it's probably expected Gen Sniper is going to get at least 1 kill somewhere here or there. But you know what? You're feeling pretty good right now if you're Monki Flip through the first 5 minutes of this game.
Oh yeah, being able to open up 1,000 gold lead that quick? Yeesh.
With only 1 win to go, sure, any amount of gold lead is probably feeling pretty good, but you know, lots of League of Legends still to play here as we do see 67 Bloom clearing out a little ward on the top side. Not going to get that gank off.
No, both sides basically just posturing right now. As Flame Dev goes in for a major exchange, misses a couple key shots though, but does steal Choosy Day's ultimate.
Yeah, this seems like quite a back and forth mid lane. Lots of trading back and forth. But both mid laners now level 6. Ultimates available on both sides.
Zarth maybe misjudging their tackle distance just a little as they charge in onto Easy and Shady there.
So the dragon is up. We do see 67 Bloom on the bottom side of the map, and Gen Sniper probably soon to be as well. So potentially a little bit of positioning around this dragon to be expected. 67 Bloom hitting that Spryer's Bloom. Being caught out here by Gen Sniper.
Zarth getting utterly traded into as he attempts to keep Swain off of his tower. Pretty equal exchanges coming out, though you could say that Swain is slightly on the losing end because he's running out of mana.
So non-stop action has halted here just a little bit here in the early stages of game number 4. But you know, as we're saying, Monki Flip jumped out to a little bit of an early lead here. And I would expect to see them try to play around this dragon maybe a little bit if they can see that Gen Sniper's on the top side of the map, or if they know he's on the top side of the map at any point. Use their goal advantage that they've gotten. Use this Silas with his ultimate available to try to make some plays happen on the bot side of the map. But meanwhile, got to keep an eye on the top side. Gen Sniper's still not level 6, but heading towards the top lane.
Heading towards the top lane on a Xerath who wants this fight. Going in, has already used that dash denying field. That could be a problem for him as he dives in on top of Shady, who's using his ultimate to himself. But no, Gen Sniper coming in quickly. Shady blinking away isn't enough to get back in range of Xerath though. Xerath really low, but trying to stay in position. Oh no, the pulling route is enough to pull Gen Sniper back in range as 67 Bloom comes in to pinch Xerath off. Xerath with not too many skills left available, using that anti-dash field, but it isn't enough to stop either of those two.
And these are huge plays if you're on the side of Monki Flip, because you now have a 3-0 Graves. 67 Bloom is going to be absolutely huge if you can keep this momentum going. And Gen Sniper's died twice. He's been off the map. He has not been able to have quite as much of an impact as I'm sure he would have liked to this point in the game, especially not even being level 6 yet on Hecarim.
It's definitely not the look he was trying to achieve here. Ooh, Twiz going for that long-range shot, skimming people's hats, but not quite landing the stun.
Yeah, and with Gen Sniper just hitting 6 now, you'd think he maybe would have wished he'd gotten 6 before he tried to make that play top lane.
Wow, that blink.
But,
As in mid lane, we are going to see possibly, yes, a pickup go into Choosy Day as Xerath Fanboy blinked forward and immediately hooked Flame Dab in that mid lane. Followed up by Choosy Day, it was enough damage to knock him out. I think that Choosy Day's, and that's why we didn't see him Lulu ult himself to stay in that fight.
Yeah, ends up working out. First drag of the game going to Team 200 Years. So a little bit of a strike back for them as they are down a little bit at this juncture. But making a play mid lane, grabbing that dragon for themselves. 67 Bloom, though, once again, putting off quite a strong performance in this game. Has looked very strong games 1 and 2 as well. A little bit of a hiccup in game 3 with Gen Sniper popping off, but looks like he's not skipping a beat here after that. Looking to have huge impact here on Graves.
Meanwhile, top lane, M with that blue buff they picked up is just going utterly like ape on the lane minions and on Xerath. Not that he's like taking Xerath into insane danger, but just using all that mana to put on insane amounts of constant pressure.
Gen Sniper also eyeing this top.
Onto it. Oh, and Hook following up too. Xerath sees what's happening, moves in to start putting on the slows, but maybe moved in a little too early. Is able to get a wall stun though, which is going to get them out of there as Gen uses their fear to scare MZ Shady toward the tower and is able to pick up a perfect exchange. Meanwhile, Hook resets, threatening Flamedove again. Here comes that twist arrow, field goaling, but not by lots. Oop, here comes 67 Blue, trying to punish Xerath for what just happened, and is able to do so pretty clearly.
A 6-7 Bloom in the right place at the right time.
I'm a little bit behind here, but I think I've reset it.
Which has been the story of the series for the most part. Again, 6-7 Bloom once again getting the best of Gen Sniper here, taking him down. And really just look at the matchup. Like, Gen Sniper's up levels. He's level 9, or I'm sorry, 67 Bloom up levels. Level 9 on this Graves, 5-0. So much solo kill XP has been put onto him.
No health left as the curtain call comes down, and it's enough to turn that fight.
Yeah, meanwhile, bot lane, 200 years
I was
striking
trying
back.
to let you finish. I thought bot lane was wrapping up, but it just kept going.
Yeah, opposite side of the map, plays definitely going on. Monkey diff pretty low. He needs to be a little bit careful. But he's got his,
Monkey diff very low.
The top side Herald, though, 6-7 Bloom is just on a mission in this game, and in the series, rather. Crashing that Herald down, getting good damage.
67 does not want to see Game 5. 67 is done. He's like, I'm done with this series, let's move on.
67
let's move on to the part where I win.
Yeah, we played too good in the first 2 games to push us to 5. Let's just end this one out here. At least they're in a good spot to do so right now, as of 12:30 into the game. So,
which is, of course, still very early.
It's early, but definitely keep our eyes on 67 Bloom here. Where is he going to go with this goal lead? What are they going to do? Are they going to transition this into some dragons? They already lost the first dragon of the game to 200 Years when they probably could have taken it down themselves, but that's water under the bridge now as we look to see where this goalie lineage will be pushed.
Right now, it looks like both teams basically just trying to get some more money in their pockets and experience under their belts to increase their power for the next thing that comes up, which isn't going to be for a little while yet.
Gen Sniper just trying to keep on par with the levels, trying to keep up in XP, trying to keep up in farm. Down a level. Is this engaged? Now breaking out in this bot room.
Oh, yep. Mid lane getting caught out severely, hooking himself very far away, but that rush of fear, too much to get away from. Lulu ulting in the middle of everything. Gen Sniper is able to just be a massive presence and force a 2-for-1 exchange, but this fight is still happening. Monkey Diff caught out, and guys, what? If I was Monkey Diff, I might be feeling a little bit abandoned right now.
Just a little bit of fear coming in because 67 Bloom is so huge. Obviously, Gen Sniper, huge in that fight there to pick up 2 kills for himself, putting himself in a good position as he's looking for more.
I'm gonna have to say though, oh wait, not yet, as Gen Sniper gets a massive tackle onto Twist. Absolutely draining their health. Zoned out by Shady, getting caught in this. Lulu throwing out everything they have to try to save them, but it isn't enough. Lulu now caught alone, isn't able to put out that much damage, flashes over the wall, but MZ Shady coming back in. Zarth trying to zone for his friend, but Lulu's almost nothing left. Oh, out of range though. So much CC coming in Oh, the hook does grab the turret as he's being pulled away by Thresh's skills and pulls him out of hook resets reach. Hook resets, getting his hook reset out from under him.
Very on the nose, just as we like it here at the ALS, with the names. But Gen Sniper picked up a couple kills in that fight. He's now sitting on 5 kills. So that's the thing. And we were talking about how they almost like left Monki Diff out to dry in that fight. But 67 Bloom is absolutely huge right now. Say what you want about, Gen Sniper picking up 5 kills, but 67 Bloom is absolutely massive on this Graves right now, and that was probably the trepidation they were showing there, not wanting to get wiped by him, but ended up picking up a couple extra kills anyways.
He is big, and there's value in respecting that, but I've got to say, I felt like in those earlier matches, one of the problems that 200 Years ended up getting into was being too afraid to engage with Monki Flip, even when they had a numbers advantage. That fight where they left in a 4v3 on the Baron pit and backed off, giving Monki Flip time to regroup, I feel like was a big mistake and led to a lot of the momentum that Monki Flip was able to pick up in that game and eventually win. If 200 Years starts getting afraid of Monki Flip now, it might get really bad for them.
Yes, definitely good to show respect, but not too much respect. As we do see 67 Bloom.
Ooh, Juicy Day getting caught out really hard, knocked out by hook resets in the end, and then, but 67 Bloom unstoppably taking out hook resets. This is now a 5-for-3 with 3 people sitting ready to push bot lane. Ooh, Jen. They don't seem to have noticed him. He's gonna get off the recall, but that turret is cooked.
Yeah, Monki Flip here, making some more plays. 67 Bloom, picking up yet another kill. Legendary, has double buffs. What else? What more can you ask from this man at this point? Trying to deliver the tournament championship here, game number 4 for his team, and he's doing a good job.
Well, he's not just doing a good job, he's also enabling everyone. The amount of pressure he put on, the fear of him, is what caused them to leave Monki Diff out to dry. Here comes Gen Sniper running in with that tackle, slapping Diff into the wall, giving the distance for Poppy to get the stun with Zera's charge, putting out that anti-dash, not gonna stop from his wet. Oh, Stasis is through the thing, and then the counter-stolen ult from Flame Dev, though, catches Dev Sniper out with his own fear, leaving Xerath in a bad position. Not much health left, lots of dashes to counter, but it's not going to be enough as Enix is able to take that out. Flame Dev.
MC Shady, the silent killer up in this top lane, pulls 2 towards him, basically 1v2s the fight, adds the Zanyas for good measure, just to buy enough time for Flame Dev to come in and make sure it's not even close. That's not a good sequence here if you're 200 Years. That is a sign of this slipping out of your hands.
No. This is definitely spiraling if you're 200. We have not talked about goal differences terribly often. We have had a couple, but at this point, at 17 minutes, we are looking at a swing of 7,000 gold in Monki Flip's favor. But you've got to remember how much of that is on 67. If we can play around 67, if we can play around 67, 200 does still have a chance to make fights that are on their terms, but it's getting harder.
It's getting harder, and Flame Dev's going to be getting big on the Silas as well. You do have some scaling on your side. That's the other thing to keep in mind. It's not like this is only an early game team comp that we've seen a little bit more of from Monki Flip in some of the earlier games, but this team definitely does not hard fall off either. So, obviously you're fighting into some members that will end up getting a little bit tanky on the side of 200 Years, but you scale up pretty well on the side of Monki Flip. So it's really going to come down to stalling this game out, stalling 67 Bloom, and it's probably going to have to happen some big plays from Gen Sniper today. I'm seeing some sort of Lulu ultimate on Gen Sniper, keeping him alive for just some huge amount of time and somehow killing 67 Bloom.
That's definitely a path. I think that the more likely is they're just going to need to find a time when 67 cannot appropriately respond. He does not have teleport on him. If they can catch him on the wrong side of the map, that's going to be their chance to just chip away at the difference. It's not their chance to make the game, but just their chance to start changing the flow.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta find your first opening before you can find your second opening, and so on and so on. So you really just gotta find that one spot here, which 200 Years is definitely capable of doing. They've shown that throughout this series. they got fight in them even when they're behind in game 1 and 2. So definitely there will be openings, I'm sure, and it's up to 200 years to try to find them. But this drag coming up,
and if you're Monki Flip, to narrow them as much as you can. This is the third dragon. This will be second dragon for whatever team takes it.
This is where, if you're on Monki Flip, you're wishing that you were able to take down that first drag, because this puts the stranglehold on this game even closer. But the hook landing onto Xerath Fanboy.
Yup, and using that pull to go in. So many things moving people towards Xerath Fanboy, but he is a Nautilus, he is tanky, and is able to hook out. An exchange that comes to ultimately nothing.
Yeah, if you had that third dragon here, you're on soul point now. That puts that game timer for 200 years looking much shorter, because you only have till the next dragon spawns in until you got to contest that soul point. But you got a little bit of extra time. If you do not want to contest the next dragon, you do not have to. But you know, the Baron is also up, so definitely some objectives on the map that 200 years might have to give away.
Speaking of objectives, we are summoning a Rift Herald in this mid lane to cause a massive exchange as mid. Something important is going to happen here. Twiz getting that stun. Flame Dev immediately capitalizing and knocking out Lulu. There is no support left to keep these players alive. Xerath, being able to use Poppy's dash prevention field to keep everyone off of him, is able to escape and fall back to the inhibitor turret. But with Shelly charging in, that inhibitor turret is already very low and falling. That means the inhibitor is exposed. With no augmented defenses, they could try to 5v4 this. They're deciding not to, taking what they got, which is admittedly already a lot.
Yeah, base has now been cracked though for Monki Flip. Mid inhibitor is exposed. So, but Gen Sniper in a fight with Flame Dev.
Yup, getting caught is right as the ultimate comes out to secure it. It's becoming a slugfest. Flame Dev pulling healing out of nowhere and just suddenly surging back all their health. Goodness gracious, that does not feel good if you are Gen Sniper.
Yeah, it was amazing. Flame Dev sitting there so low, just waiting for that Silence Heal to come in, and lo and behold, just in time, got that cooldown up. That's a huge swing, and now there's really no way he can contest this Baron.
Monki, yeah, is going to take the lack of jungler to collapse on this Baron, which is scary.
Things definitely looking gloom for 200 years in Game 4 of the finals. They're running out of chances as that Ash ult does connect onto Monki Diff, forcing the flash. Will 200 years be able to find their opening and keep this series alive? It's looking like Monki Flip has all the momentum they need to finish out this tournament. It's just going to come down to execution.
Am I back? Can you hear me?
Yep. Good to go.
Okay, sorry, missed the Baron climax there, but
they got the Baron. They're in the driver's seat here. Really, it's going to be tough for 200 years, I think, to withstand this.
This is how Monki Flip has closed every game they've won. They found an advantage. They turned that advantage into Baron. They held the Baron and used that to open up a fight. It's classic at this stage.
Definitely textbook League of Legends play, but being executed very, very well by Monki Flip. We see a potential skirmish in the top lane, but not too much going to come out of it.
Actually, looks like Gen Sniper's going to tackle in onto Swain here, and the curtain call is going to open up to help. Swain tanking a lot of help with that ultimate, but eventually falling to the combined efforts of Xerath, Gen Sniper, and the curtain call.
They gotta get back. They gotta get back.
But they do have to get back. Monki Diff coming and pressuring 67 Bloom off of the inhibitor, but they are going to lose their tier 2 bottom tower. They are running out of map space.
Yeah. Looks like we're probably not going to see a full siege here from Monki Flip, though. Looks like they're going to channel these resets, spend some of that gold they've got sitting in their pockets. But still no inhibitor taken down, and this dragon is now going to be spawning in very shortly.
This is a scary dragon for both sides. If you are Monki Flip, you do not want 200 grabbing this and eating any chunks out of your advantage. You want to end this tournament. But if you are 200 years, you cannot let Monki Flip's advantage get any bigger. This dragon, while not game-ending, is going to be massive for numbers, but mostly for morale for either side that takes it.
Yeah, and 200 Years was able to get some wards placed down and some vision.
But it looks like they might not get that far, as Xerath Fanboy is getting caught out, trapped in the box, tanking a lot of damage with his shield, but it just isn't enough. That puts the advantage 4v5 onto Monki Flip. They caught out a lot of damage on Poppy there too. Xerath running away with almost no health left on this exposed inhibitor. Lulu channeling some fight into him to try to get him back into the fight faster, but it's not going to be enough. Here comes the depth charge coming in, forcing Lulu to seek the refuge of the bottom tower. But it's not. But that's going to save their life, not the inhibitor. This isn't going to end the game, but oh no, this is getting bad for 200 Years.
Yeah, chance is definitely running out as his mid inhibitor falls down, and this will 100% be the dragon and sole point achieved by Monki Flip.
Yeah, they are eviscerating that dragon. Damage on all members becoming very high. 67 may have been the original Titan, but everyone on that team is no longer a slouch after they've all farmed up. Hook resets, using his hook on a minion to jump in. Xerath trying to keep him off the team, but maybe bite off more than he can chew. Using, oh my gosh, the massive fear from Jen though, coming in, so much AoE damage. Whoa! The ult from Poppy bringing out almost every member of Monki Flip, but it's still not enough. Xerath, 67 still taking out Xerath. This is another 4v5. Poppy ult is down. They don't have a way to buy for time. This is ugly.
Flame Dev looking for more blood, blinding the CC onto Xerath Fanboy. This could be the game. This could be the tournament.
This could be everything. They are now collapsing on those two Nexus turrets. Both are standing, but they're not exactly tanky. As it comes down to it, there's only one member of 200 Years available to contest this. All 5 members collapsing on the Nexus, which just does not have that much health. And there it is, folks. Monki Flip, in their classic style from the series, is able to immediately take the Baron and close out the game, the match, and the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, we have your winners of the EOS tournament here, Monki Flip.
And what an absolute... I don't necessarily want to call it an upset, but it kind of was. 200 Years, I feel like, was definitely the team to beat. They came out on top of their group against Monki Flip. They did lose one game to them in the group stage, but 200 Years was definitely the number 1 seed coming out of groups. And seeing this rematch now in the finals with Monki Flip coming out on top was really an impressive showing.
Well, and you can see how Monki Flip grew through their matches and through the tournament, but also that substitution at the end. We talked about how it could be a problem that we were having a substitute jungler in against Gen Sniper, but no, 67 Bloom being one of the stars of this tournament, I have to add here, did not die once and had 9-6 in that final game.
Yeah, definitely 67 Bloom is a complete shock to us. Again, we as you just mentioned, we heard that earlier today before the series started that the jungler for Monki Flip was going to be unable to play, so they had to swap 67 Bloom up from the AD carry position. But again, as you're saying, an absolutely amazing performance in a matchup that we were predicting was probably going to go in Gen Sniper's favor, as Gen Sniper has been so strong in this tournament.
And it's not that Gen Sniper came to this day asleep either. Gen put in some great work. We saw some awesome ultimates come in, and he was very key in the game that they did win in Game 3. But Bloom, able to give his team so much momentum, it's not like he soloed the game, but gosh, did he open the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Just touching on, again, you just mentioned it, not soloing the game. What an amazing performance, especially in this final game, but in the whole series from the rest of the team, from Monki Flip as well. MC Shady, huge in that top lane 1v2 play when Hecarim ganked on this Swain. Flame Dev, huge. Had a little bit of a weak game against, the Lucian in the top lane, but, a little bit of a bad matchup. Lucian's super strong in 1v1 lanes. Twiz, huge on the Ash Arrows, absolutely huge team play for Monki Flip.
Very much so. Everyone was collapsing on any opening anyone made, whether it was 67 Bloom capitalizing on lane, Twiz landing the stuns from every distance. Twiz landed those arrows close, far, cross map, mid, anything you can come up with. Twiz hit an arrow there at least once, and every time Twiz hit an arrow and someone could capitalize, they did. In game 1, it was Ziggs and Leona with the ultimates. In game 2, we had I think that's when we had the Nautilus following up. In this game, we had Thresh standing in the wings, 67 jumping on them. Anytime Twiz landed arrows, there was follow-up. Everyone opened and walked through doors on that team, and that is what you've got to do to take these kinds of matches.
So, at the end of the day, it is going to be Monki Flip taking down the first place in this tournament. And again, for those of you just tuning in or not huge familiar with this tournament, first place prize was $350. Second place prize was 175 USD. So both of these teams are walking out of here winners. But Monki Flip will be the champions at the end of the day here for the first annual ALS Season 2 end of season tournament. So big congratulations to them. Absolutely. We're going to do a quick, actually, we played a video for one of the other teams in our tournament before the broadcast today, before the games today. We're going to do a quick rundown of that again because most people weren't in here yet. So a quick little video prepared by NFG. They have an announcement they would like to share with us. So we're going to take a look at that real quick. NFG was the third place team, finished third place in this tournament, so they did not quite make the finals cut, but strong showing for them as well.
I'm here to tell you about a new project that we've been working on. For the last 3 years, I've been a part of NFG Esports as a co-owner and a team manager for the League of Legends and Valorant teams. And while our time there has been great and we've accomplished a lot, all good things must come to an end. I would like to introduce you to From Ashes Esports, a new premier esports organization dedicated to creating an environment that fosters our players to building up the esports career aspirations that they have. We will be continuing with the same teams that you saw under the NFG banner, including the same players. Faye League of Legends, coached by Destiny. Faye League of Legends, coached by Glory Wield. And Faye Valorant, coached by Nunskull. It's been a dream of mine to create a professional esports organization for years, and with the team I have built, I'm so thrilled to bring that experience to the amateur scene. We will be putting out content, teams, and a community that you, the fans, can be proud of. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, @FAEsports_, and to subscribe to our YouTube and follow our Twitch. All of the links will be in the description below. We want to thank you for joining us on this endeavor and look forward to your continued support along the way.
So definitely exciting to see that they will be rebranding, and hopefully we'll end up seeing more of them in the future and moving forward. But yeah, congratulations to them as well, as they did take the third place in this tournament. And also huge congratulations to 200 Years for placing second, and obviously a huge shout out to Monki Flip, the tournament champions in this 11th hour. So just huge shout out to all those, and also all the other teams who participated in this tournament. So
Absolutely amazing set of finals games that we had here.
Yeah, it was. And so this actually will conclude our coverage of the ALS end of season tournament. It seems like just yesterday we were opening up the tournament, but here we are at its conclusion 3 weeks later. And so that's going to do it here for season 2 of the Ascendant League series, actually. It's a pretty monumental moment. But, we will be back for season 3. sometime early on in 2021. So just keep a lookout for that in the Discord. We'll be posting information on our season structure coming up. So just keep an ear to the ground on that. But Nilix, do you have any final comments here before we close it out?
Just wanted to say that you won't want to miss what happens next. As you just saw, the matches here can be utterly explosive. We had some amazing examples just today. And that without you guys coming back to see more, that's how we can have there be more. So if you want to keep seeing it, show us that's the case in whatever way you can or would like to, and we'll still be here.
Yeah, make sure to drop that follow. Click that follow button up there. Come back for season 3 when we come back in the fall, or spring rather, in 2021. But yeah, just keep a nose out for that, and appreciate everybody tuning in for season 2 of the ALS, and can't wait to come back for more content with you guys. So this is Ascendant out, I guess, for season 2.
And since we won't see you until after, have a good set of holidays, everybody. Whatever ones you happen to celebrate.